Pituitary gland is known as the master gland of our body. Why master gland? Because it controls all the other glands which lie below it. Okay. So the location of the pituitary gland is right below the hypothalamus. Hypothalamus, अगर आपको याद है, it is a part of our forebrain. So below hypothalamus, in the midbrain, lies the pituitary gland. So if this is hypothalamus and this is the pituitary, then the stalk or the neck that connects the hypothalamus with the pituitary is known as infundibulum. और इस pituitary को divide किया जाता है two parts में. Actually there are three parts, but since functionally the median part, which is known as the intermediate lobe, is not very active in humans, so we will not study about this. But we are going to study about all the hormones which are produced by the anterior pituitary and the posterior pituitary. Hormones that are secreted by anterior pituitary, as per our syllabus, we are going to study 5 hormones and total 3 disorders. Now what are those? Number 1 is the growth hormone, which is also known as somatotropin. Remember one thing, the hormones produced by pituitary, they are also known as tropic hormones. So you are going to come across these words like somatotropic, adrenocorticotropic, gonadotropic. This will always help you to remember the gland. So tropic hormones are the hormones which are mainly produced from the pituitary gland. So the growth hormone, when it is produced in less quantity, which is known as hyposecretion in child, then they suffer from dwarfism. That means they remain way too short than an average individual. Similarly, if there is excess secretion of this hormone, then the child grows huge in size, and that is known as gigantism. The same disorder can also happen in adults. That means in adults, if there is a tumor in the pituitary gland, or because of some problem, if the pituitary gland starts overproducing growth hormone in adults, then there will be elongation of the bones, but in certain specific areas, like especially in the face, in the feet, and in the hand. Such people will have thicker nose and thicker lips, okay, and this condition is known as acromegaly. Remember one thing, growth hormones, they bring about growth in the body by elongating the bone, but in adults they do not elongate the bones of your limbs, but specifically the bones of your face, hand, and feet. The next hormone is thyroid stimulating hormone. The name only tells us its main function is to go and stimulate the thyroid gland so that it produces its hormone efficiently. Next hormone is the gonadotropic hormone. Gonadotropic hormone go and influence our gonads. There are 2 types of gonadotropic hormone. You are already aware of these names. We have studied them while we were studying menstrual cycle. So one is the luteinizing hormone, another is the follicle stimulating hormone. The follicle stimulating hormone helps in the growth of the follicle and indirectly causes production of estrogen in the body. In male, this hormone is produced and it helps in the process of spermatogenesis, which is production of sperm. Similarly, the luteinizing hormone in a female body helps to maintain the corpus luteum, and thereby it helps in production of progesterone, because we know that progesterone is produced from corpus luteum. In male, this same hormone helps in the production of the hormone testosterone. Now you are going to write in the comment box that which is that part in the male body that produces this hormone testosterone. Don't write testis, you have to give me the specific answer. Next is adrenocorticotropic hormone. This hormone goes and influences the adrenal gland to produce its hormone. And well, now there are 2 hormones which are produced by the posterior pituitary, and we will study one disorder. The first hormone, you are already aware of it, इसे कहा जाता है vasopressin or ADH, antidiuretic hormone. We have studied about this in the chapter excretory system. This hormone helps in reabsorption of water from the kidney, thereby maintaining that quantity, fixed quantity of urine which we produce, right? अगर इसका hyposecretion होता है, that means if there is not enough ADH in the body, then the patient will have urge of frequent urination, and इस disorder को कहा जाता है diabetes insipidus. One more function of vasopressin जो हमें इस chapter से पता चलता है, that is it helps in contraction of the blood vessels, thereby it increases the blood pressure. The other hormone is called oxytocin. Oxytocin helps in contraction of the uterine muscle. कब? At the time of parturition, that means childbirth. We know that during the childbirth, the child has to move through the birth canal, right, from the uterus to the cervix and the vagina. So this hormone helps in contraction of the uterus, thereby pushing the baby outside of the body.